What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the GAMG podcast, The Big Flex. I am your host, Gym Animal Muscle Gang himself, John Q. Today we have in the building, not only is he a director, a writer, he's also an actor. Guest co-host today, Don Snipes in the building. What up, what up? Then we also have special guest today. He's a man with about 38 jobs himself. We have Armando King in the building. All right, we're going to be getting to an interview with him later on. Hey, to touch on those 38 jobs that he got, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, welcome to the GAMG podcast, you know. Today, we also are sponsored by Gym Animal Muscle Gang Enterprises, LLC, which is personal training, supplements, apparel, and so forth, all right? So if you want to get your fitness on, any fitness needs that you're looking for, check out my websites at gamg.shop and also gamg.firstfitness.com. All right. So, how was y'all New Year's, man?
Hey, look, I had fun, you know, hanging out with the fellas, but it was kind of weird. Like, I was reminding people that, you know what I'm saying, really it was just about going through the symbolism of how people celebrated on the Gregorian calendar. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when you really do your homework, you'll find that December 31st is not the beginning of the new year.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And interesting facts, a lot of people don't even know, but there's one place left that still kind of have 13 months, and that's Ethiopia. Like they do, you know, 13 months, 28 days, you know what I'm saying, per month. There've been a lot of people, you know, kind of circulating the history about how, you know, we celebrate the New Year's and why it's important not to, you know, set all these goals during the winter season because most people don't stick to them. You know what I'm saying? And the spring is the real New Year. And you know, when the kind of the things that you've been planting during the wintertime, when they start to, you know, harvest and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I had fun for the symbolism of it and the family and getting together with friends and all the homies. But outside of that, I'm gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying, to the end of March.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Armando?
Well, I don't really too much get off in the holidays.
Yeah, for
real. But I was gonna go. Me and my lady was gonna go support one of my guys, and I'm in Canton.
Okay.
And this was East Side, from the East Side.
Okay.
And so that's what the party was gonna be. And I'm like, man, don't start at 10 o'clock. Don't start at 10 o'clock. And I be trying to get back in before it's shooting. And I'm like, sure, I ain't about to go to church. So you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, me and my lady, we just stayed at the crib. Man,
okay.
Watched TV, you know what I'm saying? And talked and just chilled and relaxed, man.
Okay.
Stayed out the way.
Yeah, hey, look, this was the first time that me and my wife actually, like, went somewhere for, say, the quote-unquote new fiscal year or whatever, celebration or whatever, and I really punished myself. I done had a little bit too much, and now I'm back with my two-a-days and everything. So, yeah, I spent damn near all day yesterday recuperating. So I really kicked my ass real good. So make me don't want to go back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, you know, other than that, man, watch the Lions. You know, what y'all think about the Lions this year, man?
The boys been showing some heart, man. I think that again, you know, they were 1-6 at one point, and next thing you know, we 8-8 right now, man. I think that this year has been one of the first times in a long time, man, that they've actually been fun to watch.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, it's like, don't let the record fool you. You know, we had even some of those losses, man, they really put up a good fight, you know what I'm saying, and lost to some of the better teams. But at the end of the day, you know, some of these wins, you know, that they needed to get, you know, they've been getting. Yeah. And it's been surprising. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't wait until what is it, Sunday? I think they got flexed to like Sunday night. So it's gonna be a prime time game against Green Bay. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying.
Playoff game?
No, it's not a playoff game, but it's playoff atmosphere because both of them need to win. See, the thing is, if Green Bay win, then they knock off two teams, Seattle and Detroit. But if Detroit win and Seattle loses, Detroit, you know, make it. Yeah. So hopefully the LA Rams or whatever, you know what I'm saying, do the Lions a favor and beat Seattle, because that's the only way that the Lions can really get in. They got to have Seattle lose, and then the Lions got to beat Green Bay, which I believe they gonna probably spank Green Bay. I'm calling out. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yeah.
We playing home or it's in
Lambeau?
No,
it's in Lambeau at that. Ooh. Hey, look, they set for they set for this stage. You know what I'm saying? They young and they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, well, shout out to the Lions, man. Hopefully, man, y'all go in there and handle business.
Right.
Y'all go in there and handle business.
Yeah. So we ready for the exercise tip of the day? Oh, not yet, huh? Oh, okay. Well, how about this? So besides, say, the Lions, what else y'all been watching as far as sports-wise, since this is the GAMG, the Big Flex podcast? Anything?
Well, me, myself, I don't really keep up with sports, man.
Okay.
I like to, you know, play everything. I can play everything a little bit, but I don't keep up with sports. I've been hearing good things about the Lions, and I salute them. I'm from the way, so of course I want them to do well.
Yeah.
No doubt. Probably try to sneak down there, man, and catch one of them games.
Okay. What y'all did you watch any of that Michigan game? Cause
nah, I heard they got spanked.
Yeah, they did, and it was very disappointing.
Who did we lose to? Georgia?
No, they lost to TCU.
Oh,
a Big 12 team at that.
Hey.
Yeah, they pulled some bull. You know what I'm saying? But hey, give it up to them. You know what I'm saying? Say TCU.
You know
what I'm saying?
I watched a lot of the World Cup action. That's what I was keeping an eye on, man.
The real football.
Yeah, I was real intrigued this year with the whole that soccer. It lived up. Speaking of soccer, weird fact. I was just reading something today, and I gotta fact check this. But I was just reading that Dennis Rodman's daughter is now one of the highest paid soccer league players.
Oh, really?
Right now, yeah. And I was like, man, you know, that's dope for for female.
Yeah, that is
definitely. Yeah. But I watched the World Cup this year. It was interesting looking at the World Cup and in the political atmosphere that we in right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was funny. I watched one of the interviews, man, and man, they were grilling the black dude from the U.S. team. It was the people from Iran. Okay, but he had pronounced the name wrong. So, you know, in the middle of the interview, he's like, oh, man, you know, when we played Iran, blah, blah, blah. Man, when I tell you, them reporters, and a lot of people don't realize, a lot of those foreign nations have state government people that, you know, they ask all of the questions. So it was, man, they literally tried to check him. You know what I'm saying? It was wild, but nevertheless, it was some good action this year with the soccer, man. Yeah,
I said I was gonna kind of like get into it. Say, I got a good friend of mine, Momo. He's from Gambia, and he's a big soccer fan. You know what I'm saying? So I know he was, I think, pulling for like Argentina and stuff like that. Whatever.
Argentina pulled it off, man. Surprisingly.
Yeah, so I know that's like it's not as big, say, here in the U.S. like how it is around the world, but I mean, I know it is it's a real true following. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. All
right, so look, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exercise tip of the day. So y'all check out this video and let me know what y'all think.
Yo, GAMG gang in this bitch on a motherfucking leg day again. Moderate weight. We done already did some box squats. leg extensions, leg curls, and some gobble squats. Now, we are doing some lunges and pushing the sled down. So add this into your repertoire if you ain't already. Check this out. Okay. Kenny, I'm gonna give it to you, okay? Over there. Come on. You want to see start here? I'm gonna start over there. 10 lunges. When he comes, let him speak before you turn it off. That's how you hit that shit like that. Let him speak before you turn it off. That's how you hit that shit. It's a leg shit. Alright? GAMG all day. Let's go.
So like let me explain to you. So I was doing some lunges and then I did push the sled. So if you belong to a membership, have a membership at a gym and stuff like that, just something to try out after you do like your basic stuff like your squats and leg press and stuff like that. This is kind of more so like a burnout at the end, to give your legs that wobbly feeling, you know what I'm saying? But once you get that wobbly feeling and go away, that your legs gonna get a little bit stronger, you know what I'm saying? So definitely check it out, So I got another idea too. So it's called this part right here is pretty much like a challenge. All right. So this weekly challenge, because working out is more so to me, I would say mental, right? So in order to be, to get your body say stronger and stuff like that, you got to have your mental right. So I challenge everybody that's watching and listening, if you don't do it already, that is to every day do a 20-minute meditation. No TV, no cell phones, no computers, no stimuli. Nobody's talking to you, anything. Find you a nice, cozy place, to relax in. And all you want to do is just get into your own thoughts, learn how to, control your breathing and control, what's going on with you, try to recenter yourself and just try to do it for about 20 minutes every day, and so next week, hopefully, you can continue this for the rest of your life because I find it very beneficial, especially when you got a lot of stuff going on in your life. So I challenge y'all. So come next week, definitely I want some people to call in and let me know if y'all tried it and how did it work for you, or is it working for you and stuff like that. All right. So we are going to move into shortly, say the videos and stuff with our special guest, Armando King. Then we're going to get into the interview. All right. We'll check these out.
Armando VIP cuts. I'm a little homeboy from the hood, Mac Ave, baby. Armando VIP cuts. Everything. Look, I'm not in the mood for that today.
What's going on? What, you don't know?
Come on, man, how could he? He was sleep like normal people. 6 in the morning.
Hey, then you're in for a treat. And we got all on body cam. Another camera guy was there too.
So, caught up with Mr. Mac last night.
And his friend.
Man, we needed a squad, but Los was late, man.
And then things got a little messy.
Messy is an understatement. 4 shots fired, and most of them at my head.
Well, 5 to be exact. And 1 in the direction of Mr. Mac.
I shot him. only because I had no choice. That was the easy part. Next comes the hard part. The 4 P's. Police, paperwork, more police, and more paperwork. On top of that, they took my license. So this is all cleared up with the top prosecutor. Yo, y'all people out here wilding out. I'm about to off-bond all y'all.
Off-bond? What does that mean?
That means you go back to jail.
Nah, whoa, man. Hold up, Rock.
You can do that?
I can do what I want to do.
You can just take my bond and just take me back to jail?
With all the stuff you out here doing, it's probably where you belong.
Nah, bruh. Hold on. You and I both know damn well she do not need to be in jail.
No, I don't know that.
That's some bullshit.
It's a nightmare. I got an uncle, Robert Jackson, a niece, Paige Jackson, and another nephew, cousin, whatever, all caught up on a check cashing scheme. Put them up on bail, and ain't none of them playing by the rules. Robert, you know better, man. How you supposed to be out here fighting these streets, man?
Man, look. He was coming after me. I mean, what you want me to do? Fuck you mean? Fucking Christ.
Run, jump, skip, hell, catch an Uber. But one thing you do not do is be fighting these streets with this guy, man.
You should have got some goons to beat his ass on.
Now that right there, that type of thinking right there is what's gonna get you locked back up.
Well, I don't know what you got me in here for. I ain't even do nothing.
Is that right? So what about the stolen car the other day?
Well, I didn't go to jail. The cops seen I ain't know it was stolen, so they let me go, so I don't get it. How'd you know about that?
This is what I get paid to do, all right? What you think I'm stupid? I've been doing this for a long time.
Okay. Okay, Rock.
All right, give it up to Armando. Armando King in the building. So what's up, man? Welcome to the GAMG podcast, man. It's been a long time coming, you know. We're trying to hook up, you know what I'm saying? I do know you from, say, meeting you from the gym. Right. So, of course, gotta have you up in here, you know what I'm saying? I see you going hard in the gym and stuff like that all the time, you know. And just want to ask you, like, how long have you been working out? How long you been acting? How long you been cutting hair? You know, how long you been modeling? No, you did just do some recently with some modeling and stuff too. So
yeah,
give me, you know, so just, you know, introduce yourself to everybody at home and give them, you know. Okay,
I'm Armando King, as y'all heard. I ain't got 38 jobs either, man. I only got 35. I'm working on the other 3.
That's all right. That's all right.
But no, man. Let me see. As far as acting, you know, I grew up in the church plays, school plays. No, I ain't gonna tell that one story. But no, because it's about my grandma, and I don't want to be getting all sensitive on TV.
That's all right. That's
but no, I started doing the church plays, acting and everything. Like I said, school plays.
Okay.
And I just took to it, man.
Okay.
I just took to it. It was just like a passion. It was just something in me, man. It was an excitement.
Okay.
It had lit something up in me. And I did some play at what's that place called? The Detroit place. What's that place called? People be doing a lot of
Northwest Activity.
My man, there you go.
Yeah.
The Northwest Activity Center, man. Big boy Reggie did a play. Wish he didn't trust me so much.
Okay.
Did that. Got a few movies under my belt, man. Trying to get my feet wet, man.
Okay.
And like you say, just like you see me in the gym going hard, man. So I just try to do it in everything I do, man. My name Armando King on it. I'm gonna put forth my best foot.
Okay.
So I did. The Predators just came out with Dennis Reed.
Okay.
Thank God for that. When I was a news reporter, another one working on is called On the Run.
Okay.
On the Run.
On the Run.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Police officer. Did one Willie Will. Love story in the streets.
Okay.
And I was like Omar from The Wire type thing.
Okay.
Then I did another one, Willie Will. That's Cineplex Productions. It's what's his name? That one. Rose Gold.
Okay.
Yup, Rose Gold. Yup. Darren Brown. He was
Shout out to D.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting blessed, man. Then the directing. I just been getting blessed, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, man?
Like I know I do a whole lot of work, and I do a lot of hard work, and I be putting it in, but it's some stuff that I look at like I ain't had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
That wasn't nothing but God. You know what I'm saying? That placed me in, to meet certain people such as yourself, good brother at the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, appreciate you because you reached out to me, man, and just you said you seen something in me, you wanted me to have me on the show.
Oh yeah,
and I really appreciate this, man. A good experience. And Robert Mitchell, man. I'm playing a pastor. It's kind of comical.
Okay.
Yeah, Robert Mitchell, man, Productions, and that's called The Split.
The Split.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, like a Reverend Do-Wrong kind of character or something?
Well, it's he's something else, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's something else, man. And all these supposed to come out at the beginning of next year.
Okay.
Yep. The 3 I've did and I'm working on the run.
Okay.
Now, as far as the modeling, I went to Job Corps in 1992.
Okay.
I was in the fashion show, and I'm talking about, man, it felt so good. It was the experience, you know what I'm saying? I felt like that was just me,
Yeah.
Did some stuff with my mom. She used to be over the family secretary. She always giving stuff, so I modeled with that, and and what else I do? Oh yeah, cutting hair.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, cutting hair. Yeah.
Yeah, I cut hair. I started about 2000.
Okay.
I could draw. I always draw, so I started off like how we used to get our hair cut every week.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and the lining.
Right.
Back in the day, right? So I get my hair
that's why
cut.
I think it's shit. My damn barber and then push my shit all the way back. I had to cut my shit off. So
and we must have the same barber.
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Before I learned how to cut, right?
Right.
So after my man to cut my hair, whoever cut my hair, 3 days later to keep it fresh, I could line up. So I tapped the line, and then people started saying, "Man, you did pretty good. You ever try somebody else?" I was like, "No." So I started trying, man. So since 2000, I've been cutting hair, just getting better at that.
Okay.
And the fitness trainer, I've been off and on, man, working out.
Okay.
For quite a long time since I was a young boy. I'm from Mac and Van Dyke Seminole.
Okay.
And you got the Inner Center Sub Center. I went over there to try to take up karate when I was little.
Okay.
Man, listen, and I think I was tougher than other guys in the room. And I say that to say we got in trouble, so I had to do some push-ups.
Okay.
Man, them guys, I told them I was tougher than them, but they was blowing me out the water. I was so embarrassed I couldn't even do like 2 push-ups. And I'm like, man, after that, I was like, no, never again.
Okay.
So I just started doing push-ups, working out, and I just started doing it, man. I become to love that too. So I became a personal trainer.
Okay.
All
right. And what's the name of your personal training?
Oh, I'm sorry, Armando's Body Right.
Okay.
Personal training, and Armando's VIP.
VIP cuts. Okay.
Yep. I'm a mobile barber. I pull up on you. Yep.
Okay, so hey, look, if y'all looking for a cut anywhere or whatever, just make sure y'all get at him. You know what I'm saying? You tighten you up. I've seen a lot of his clients and stuff like that. You be hooking them up. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother.
So definitely. What do you think you want to try next? Because like I said, I know you got your hands in some of everything. What would you want to try next?
Well, I was suggested a few times about writing a book.
Okay.
Yeah, people, everybody got a story. Everybody got a story. I guess depends on who want to listen to yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they could connect with what you got going on, what you had going on. So everybody think I got a story. And I actually came up with a name, I'm not even going to say it, but I came up with a name already. It's in my spirit,
Okay.
That not only would they say about writing the book, but I feel that,
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that, man. But I'm just striving, man, daily, man, trying to be the better I can be today, better than I was yesterday, man. And whatever I do, I'm going full force, man. Whatever talents God gave me, I ain't trying to waste none. Like the 3 men that He gave talents to,
right.
Came back, the king came back. The 5 he made it flip to 10. The 3 made it flip, and the 1 he hid his.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to hide my talents, man. I don't want to look back and say, man, I shoulda, or what if I?
Yeah.
No, No, I'm gonna make it because I just said I ain't gonna make it because I ain't gonna make it. But I believe I'm successful right now, though.
Yeah.
You know, God is good. Everybody look at stuff at different levels. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I just thank God for waking up, having the, you know what I'm saying, the mindset to do what I do.
Yep.
You know,
give it up to God, man.
Ain't no doubt.
I'll give it up to God, man.
Got to.
So that's what I call your big flex. You see what I'm saying? So your big flex is putting your hands in everything and being successful in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this podcast is all about. You know what I'm saying? Is giving, say, shine to people that I do recognize and people that need to get recognized for all the good work that they do. You know what I'm saying? And people that might not even know, you know, too much about you and stuff like that. Just, hey, to give you your shine, give you your flex. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I definitely want to, you know, give it up to you, hey, good brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Keep everything going. You know, get that book. Hey, go ahead and crack on that book. You know what I'm saying? And also give out all your information and stuff on how people can get in touch with you, as far as your movies, far as your cuts, far as your modeling and stuff like that or whatever. You know, everything that people. How can people get in touch with you?
Well, right now I just you can call my home phone.
Okay.
My mobile 313-685-9285. That's for whatever service you would like. I'll make up a job. You know, just
he said I'll make up a job.
I clean the garage, the yard, whatever.
Yeah, I told you. You had that 35, but I got that 38 coming. So you know what I'm saying? All right,
yeah.
So
thanks again too, man. I appreciate it, man. Congratulations.
No problem, man.
Your first show, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Big flex, and I could look back now. When you get up here and say I was the first show.
Yeah,
ain't that something? I appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got a question for you,
yes, sir.
Armando. With all of your endeavors, do you think you have discovered your purpose?
Well, right now, man, I believe in my heart, man. My purpose is I'm an encourager, man. I feel like God made me an encourager and support. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that, you know, I ain't told my whole story. I got a lot of, you know, but I've been through some things, man. I feel like the things I've been through and the challenge I faced and how I got through them. Whoo, dang.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
All right, and how I got through them, man. You know, God is good, man. He didn't have me do that. He didn't take me through that, not to pass it on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I believe everybody I get in contact with, man, whether it be young, old, my peers, you know what I'm saying, to allow God to, you know, speak to me, to speak to them, and, you know, disperse something in they spirit, you know. And then when I'm talking to them, when I do say something, it's the spirit, so I'm listening too, because I might need to be reminded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it holds me accountable. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, especially by you know, being a barber, you know, definitely you have, you know, people's ear, you know, and I think that that's special within itself. I was always taught that a lot of things that we, you know, do, our passions, they're granular expressions of our purpose, you know, so clearly when you just said you feel like you're an encourager, you know, in that regard, supporter, you know, when you're doing things that enable you to do them, they bring you some fulfillment, man, and that brings you joy. So
yeah, no doubt. Yes, sir.
So while you were speaking about say, you know, coming, you know, recognizing your purpose, we might as well go ahead and get into the main topic. The main topic tonight is motivation. And I find myself, like, far as my purpose, is tied to, say, my motivation, you know, so, or vice versa, you know what I mean? And one of my main, say, motivations to do what I do, you know, far as personal training, far as, you know, talking with people, you know, my job and stuff like that or whatever, you know, everything that I do. I try to find like the love is love for people, you know, the love for unlimited possibilities that, you know, us as humans, you know, really need to focus more so on, not the negative stuff, but like, you know, the positive things in people, you know, and to, you know, the unlimited, like when I say unlimited possibilities of what can, you know, humanity actually be if we all together, you know what I'm saying, came together in a positive aspect, you know, like, you know, if everybody had they money together, or, you know, they had their minds together, if they had their health together, if they had, you know, their family and stuff was, you know, together and stuff like that, you know. So I'll always be like, just be motivated, you know, when I get up sometime or whatever in the morning. That's the first thing I think of. It's like, okay, what's possible today, you know, on a good thing, you know, on all the positive things, you know, because, you know, we get bombarded every day with negative stuff constantly, you know what I mean? It's a jungle out there, seriously, you know. So what about you, Don Snipes? What about you, as far as what about your, you know,
when
motivation?
I think about what motivates me, oftentimes it's kind of like a no-brainer. My children motivate me just to be, you know, the best version of myself, for starters. And then those that came before me that I love and that I miss, you know what I'm saying? A grandmother, you know, mother, father, you know, oftentimes in life, you know, we don't even stop to think about, you know, some of the sacrifices, you know, that people have made for us on, you know, on our behalf. And, you know, we don't really recognize sometimes or even stop to think about, you know, the people that, you know, want to see us successful in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pray for us, you know, think about us, you know, I mean, sometimes we're not even thinking about them people, you know, and maybe we have those moments where, you know, we're not in contact with them for a while, but nevertheless, they still, you know, loving us all the same. So for me, it's about, you know, making them proud, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And making my grandmother proud, you know, making my aunts, uncles, my cousin, my family, you know, proud of me, you know, and not so much as seeking validation from them for, you know, from anything that I do necessarily, but I'll just say that in a very, you know, loving way, you know, to know that, you know, hey, I'm a part of this family, and, you know, I'm a part of just society, our culture, humanity, you know, our community. That kind of gives me motivation to, you know, keep my shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, where I grew up at, there was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of cats that I know didn't make it to, you know, see, in some instances, 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? And just based on some of the decisions that were made. And so I'm thankful and grateful for, you know, still being able to push. And, you know, I always say every day that we have a breath to take, shit, it's a new day for us to keep moving in a direction that, you know, where we see ourselves.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think sometimes that your motivation will sometimes put you in like in a box sometime, you know what I mean, where you get so much like tunnel vision, just say on your motivation far as your purpose and stuff, to where sometimes, you know, like if you are presented, say, new challenges or whatever, but say your motivation is like, okay, I got to go ahead and say, like, for example, if person be always talking about, oh, I got to get to the bag, but then say if your motivation is that bag, but then, you know, if it's something else or whatever that can compromise you getting to that bag, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So like what would be a good example? A good example would be like, you know, say, would it be, say, you know, you need that bag for, say, if you got kids, right? But what if that getting to that bag might be, say, a job that you're doing, right? But it's actually becoming detrimental to, you know, like your health or something like that. Now you got that decision to make. Like, I'm gonna stay in this box and say, hey, I'm gonna try to find, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and just deal with this and just, you know, let this detrimental, you know, aspect of this job or whatever, you know, keep me there in order for me to go ahead and take care of my kids. Or would I just go ahead and say, hey, that job or whatever it is way too much. If I go ahead and stay at this job and say it's stressful or whatever, this, that, and other, or you might, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, whatever it is that might be detrimental, are you willing to go ahead and say, step up out that box and try something else?
Well, I would think if it's detrimental, then you not going to be able to be there for your kids then.
Right.
You know, eventually you going to break down and it's going to come to a halt.
Right.
So I believe you going to have to figure something out. You know what I'm saying? Something else out, man. You know, pray about it. God to make the way. Like I said, ain't one way to skin the cat. you know?
Yeah.
You know, so whatever job you was at, because you need your peace, you need your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you need that to get through the day to the next day to be a help to your family.
Right.
You know, you just like I be telling people in the gym, safety first. Like, safety first. If you get hurt,
that's me. Yeah. You can't even come back to the gym.
You can't come back to the gym. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So safety first. You know, so your peace first. You had to have you together first to help anybody.
Yeah. What about you?
I think that I definitely agree with that. I would just like to add to that I think that it's important, and especially for us as men, to understand what it means to, you know, just constantly, you know, have a plan. Mm-hmm. And all right, and what I mean by that is, I have a construction background, and I'll never forget, I was on the job site one day, and this old timer, he's fussing. He saw me standing around, and he said, "Hey, what you doing over there, kiddo?" He said, and I said, "Shit, I was waiting for something to do." He said, "Look, do something, even if it's wrong." And we laughed about it, joke. But here's the deal, right? And I say that to say this. In the last several years, you know, especially before I got into the acting and all the other kind of stuff, it was a hard decision to make, to say, hey, look, this is what I want to do. I want to pursue my goals, my dreams. But at the same time, I don't want my children to feel, you know, some of the things that I may necessarily have to go through in order to fulfill that vision. Mm-hmm. So I found myself, you know, trying to balance that, and which I think, you know, is something that, you know, as adults we need to do. But I think that us as men, we're tasked with being strategic about how we move. And I'm only saying this, and I'm speaking to some of the younger brothers out there. I think, you know, when you're young, you know, try to find something that, you know, brings some joy and fulfillment to you. You know, as we get older, you know, similar to what you said, if you've only been chasing after the money for so long, then what you do at that particular time, you may look up one day in life and be like, man, you know what? I don't feel fulfilled by this. Right. You know, I no longer want to do this. So when you're young, make sure you pay attention to that. But I think when you're older and maybe something no longer serves you, you know, just make sure you're strategic about it, because at the end of the day, you know, as men, we are tasked with being the leaders. And I think that part of us being a leader is to let people know, let our children know, let our sons and daughters know that's looking up to us, like, hey, listen, if you get to a point in life where something is not serving you or is not benefiting you, you know, it's nothing wrong with moving past it or moving on from it. But make sure you're strategic about it. Make sure you're actually thinking out some of your moves as you move ahead to the best of your ability. You ain't gonna always be able to do that shit, but to the best of your ability, so that we just not moving solely based off of how we feel. Right,
emotion. You know, keep the eye over the intelligence over the emotions. Keep the eye over the E. That's what I always say. But my daddy said that one day I just quit my job before I got another one because I ain't like the job. You know, I was irritated, whatever it may be. And he said, man, you got another job? It's like, no, I'm gonna get one. He said, man, don't you ever do that again, man. He said, you got to stick it out like the brother just said. You got to have a plan. Those who fail to plan, you know what I'm saying? You plan to fail. So most definitely had to be strategic, like the brother said. I most definitely agree with that.
Okay, all right. So on that note, look, we're gonna go ahead and get into Snipes Speaks. So we don't know what you got in the chamber over there, but I know it's gonna be something kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? But what's on your mind, Snipes?
What's on my mind is the power of forgiveness, man. Before I came here tonight, I looked, you know, I don't know if you've been following in the news, but recently Master P and his son Romeo been kind of at odds, and you know, some things were said, you know, and put, you know, in the public, and you know, unfortunately, sometimes, you know, when you at the level of star that they are, you know, shit, everything gonna kind of be blown out of proportion. But what I do like is the fact that, you know, for New Year's, they were able to come together you know, they both publicly spoke about it. You know, they spoke about, hey, you know, this is my son, I love him, you know, and I'm a father. And P said, hey, I'm not going to always get it right, but, you know, we're going to strive to forgive and grow, you know, as a family. And Romeo said the same thing. He like, hey, you know, this wasn't about me airing my family's business out or nothing like that. I felt as though some things needed to be said, and, you know, it had to be said. But what I love about it is all of that was about forgiveness. And I often ask the question to people, you know, who created the cancel culture?
Yeah.
Was it us or them? I don't think we need to say who us and them is, but at the end of the day, you know, we oftentimes we cancel each other. You understand what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. And I feel like we have to learn, you know, as men, to learn how to be more forgiving towards others, because again, you know, our children and, you know, the young cats in the neighborhood, they're watching us. And if we don't show them and lead by example and learn how to separate the deed from the doer, then they gonna continue this culture that, you know, leads us to nothing but dysfunction. You know, I can't think of how many times growing up, you know, when you were a kid and you hear adults saying, hey, I don't mess with that cousin over there because they this and that, and they think they this.
Yeah.
Now next thing you know, you growing up in the household and you got family members on the other side of town, but you not real cool with them because you done heard somebody else say they ain't cool with them.
Yeah.
And just that silliness. So I just say that forgiveness is very important, man. It's important for us to forgive our parents. Sometimes for them, you know, we have parents sometimes that are immature parents. And they didn't necessarily know how to, you know, nurture us and love us in the way that we need it. But guess what? They need some forgiveness too. They need some grace. You know what I'm saying? We have children sometimes that don't appreciate us as parents. We got to forgive them. They don't understand. You know, I think my grandmother said it best. She told me one day, she said, listen, she said, when people not in their right mind, they not in their right mind.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And then so when you really think about that, it's like, yo, can I really charge them for that? You know what I'm saying? And so again, I just think it's important that as we move, not just into the new year, but I mean, in every aspect of your life, we're going to have to learn how to forgive others, but more importantly, learn how to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was really, that's why
I'm
I'm glad you was touching on that, because I was just about to say, like, that is the most important, because when it comes to forgiveness, if you can't forgive yourself, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up going throughout life, you know what I'm saying, bumping your head. Like if you got a, you know, like an anger problem, something like that, you know, and you did something to somebody and stuff like that, and you know that you actually did something wrong, but it's going to probably, you know, it's going to kick you in the ass every time you think about it, because you're going to probably be presented that same situation again. However, you know what I'm saying, if you do know how to, you know, do some inner work and stuff like that or whatever, and actually can pinpoint the things that, you know, cause, say, that anger and stuff like that, you can start beginning to heal yourself from situations or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to where you won't be able, you know, to, you will be able to, you know, forgive yourself and move on and actually, you know, grow as a person. Because if you don't forgive yourself, a lot of times the stuff, you know, like I said, that stuff will kill you. You know what I'm saying? And it can be with, in say, a relationship with somebody, you know what I'm saying, where you felt like they did you wrong, you know, and they might have done you wrong, and you might just feel like, damn, I done let somebody get over on me, you know what I'm saying, and you really kicking your ass, you know what I'm saying, or somebody then did something to you, you know what I'm saying, then you be like, well, damn, you know, I should have killed this motherfucker, or I should have did X, Y, and Z, but then you living with all that, you know, bottled all up and stuff like that. So, you know, one other step or whatever, as far as that, you know, forgiving yourself or whatever, talk to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times the stuff you might not even really realize in your life that you are dealing with, say, a lot of trauma or a lot of, you know, situations and stuff like that, that you not, say, whole with yourself. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, well, it's important to know that people that's hard on themselves, oftentimes hard on other people.
Yeah.
And where does that show up at? That show up in your relationships.
Yeah.
That show up in you having certain expectations for other people, and when they don't live up to them expectations, now all of a sudden you have this. Now I've learned that certain things in life have a domino effect. It's like if you're hard on yourself, you're hard on others. You're hard on yourself, and you're not real forgiving. You're not real forgiving towards other people, and then what that looks like in your relationship is you constantly find yourself not being very forgiving, not letting go of shit. Really just harboring and festering. Shit that happened last month, and you bringing it into the new, and those type of things, man. Again, they will really deteriorate and eat at the foundation of the relationships that you have and people that you love and care about. And then you look up one day and you like, wait, man, how come I don't really have this closeness or this bond with this person who I say that I love? And that's because again, you haven't really forgiven them because you don't even know how to forgive yourself. So it's important definitely to start with self. And
then too, I think, even trying to forgive yourself, you got to actually ask that question of, do you actually love yourself? Because if you love yourself, you will, figure out on how to, like I said, talk to people, whatever, and try to find out, are you even capable of forgiving yourself? Are you even capable of loving yourself? Let alone somebody else, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times, like you said, people and stuff will go harder on somebody else, but then, overlook a lot of stuff within themselves, you know what I mean? And be like, oh, what? Like you said, I ain't messing with that person. This and that. It's like, well, shit, you got to ask that question, like, why in the hell they ain't messing with you? You know what I mean? Like, you ain't, you know what I'm saying, perfect. Nobody's perfect, you know what I'm saying, in any situation, you know what I'm saying? Even sometimes, I look at things like in relationships throughout my life or whatever, you know what I'm saying, with, friends I done grew up with and, and stuff like that or whatever. It's like, yeah, sometimes, you might do something to, say, a friend of yours, and they might do something to you, and it's like, all right, you might not talk to them for a minute, but at the end of the day, if you love yourself and then they love you and you love them too or whatever, that shit is nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just, people be having too much pride and fucking ego and stuff like that or whatever, and don't know how to direct that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, for themselves. You know what I mean? And actually kind of like I said, put that work in for themselves. You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
A lot of times, man, most of the time we our own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when we harbor on things as such, like you got a glass of water, or just a glass period, and you put the dirt in there. That's the foolishness and stuff we need to get out of our life. Yeah. So, but if you keep on putting that's what you gonna be filled with. So you got to keep on filling yourself with the good stuff. Yeah. So you know, that's it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, forgiveness. That's what was on my mind. Now, again, right. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, clap that shit up, man. That's
when we able to go to people, that we've had a relationship with, especially our elders, to see that father-son relationship, man, that's a beautiful thing within itself. I think that society right now, we living in a time, especially in the black community, where the black father, man, he get overlooked, talked down on. There's so many things so many stigmas and stereotypes that come with being a black father that, oftentimes I just feel like, we totally overlook. So to see those two kind of go through that moment, but to be able to come together, man, that's a beautiful thing.
Real quick on that subject, man, when I was growing up, my dad, like you said, wasn't nobody perfect. But he had became a preacher. I was like about third grade or something like that. Okay. And like, I always loved him, but I ain't like him. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And so it wasn't until I realized, and I thought I forgave him about stuff like you were saying. Sometimes you got to talk to people and everything. I was in the class, with the psychiatrist, all that good stuff. Yeah. And they noticed like it was something in me that was holding all that, what I didn't realize. Yeah. So now, fast forward, I'm over that. Praise God, we got a great relationship and everything. Yeah. And my lady the other day, I go again. Dang. My lady the other day, she was like, man, you love your daddy. And I was like, even though I know I do, I was like, why you say that? She said, because you always talking about your daddy.
That's what's up.
And I just thank God, man. That's what's up. That relationship did a 180, man, because he a great man, man. Yeah. That I admire. A great example.
Yeah. I mean, before my father passed, like I actually, like, had that moment in my own like life to say I forgave him. You know what I'm saying? And our relationship and stuff like that definitely wasn't say perfect and stuff like that. It was a point in time where I couldn't even deal with my father. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, I will say this man right here to my left, my brother, he actually like made a big difference in our relationship, when he ended up moving in and stuff like that, when I was able to see him and stuff like that way more often and actually have develop a way better relationship, so and I'm forever grateful to my brother over here for that, you know what I mean? So yeah, the power of forgiveness is a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope everybody had that at least a little bit of love in their heart to, like you said, forgive themselves and forgive others. Especially in this time and day, where you see people and stuff leaving up out of here at early ages, 30. You know what I'm saying? 30, 20, 40, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Kids. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't think it's a lot to ask for, you know what I'm saying? Just have a little love, you know what I'm saying? Just put a little, we gotta cultivate. Just put a little love in your fucking heart, you know what I mean?
Just a little bit.
Listen, man, I'll say this, like anything though, it's some shit that we gotta practice. I think that old saying, and actually I was talking to you, Miles, about it. When at the end of the day, a person put in 10,000 hours, they become a master at that shit. And the crazy part is, a lot of us are masters at some of the wrong shit because we've been trying to survive for so long. You understand what I'm saying? And so, to survive in a relationship, oftentimes represent, let's sweep shit under the rug. Let's not talk about it. Let's just move forward. To be successful in one is to say, nah, let's heal from this bullshit, because on the low, I love you, but I got some shit still in my heart that, need to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? And I think, again, just the way a lot of us grow up, we grew up on that survival mode, and at the end of the day, that only worked for so long. We at the end of the day, when we look up one day and we like, man, you know what? I need to know what success mode look like. And most of the time, we can't just always talk about success when it comes to money, because that ain't shit. Money gonna come and go. A lot of us need to have some success, with our emotional regulation. We need to have some success in terms of, the relationships that we have with the people that's closest to us. There's some motherfuckers out here that probably think, one thing of us, but then a lot of us, when we go home, man, our home life is just tumultuous. And we gotta fix that shit. You understand what I'm saying? We can't be one way out in public, and then we getting at home, we arguing, fussing, fighting, and trying to knock each other in the motherfucking head. We're gonna have to fix that shit, because a lot of us wear that mask for a real long time. And that shit, man, is just completely unhealthy. That generation before us, they was masters at that shit. We wouldn't even know a lot of shit that was going on with them. They was hiding and keeping secrets from us, and a lot of things weren't even discussed. I got an 18-year-old right now. Man, our children are being exposed to so many different things nowadays. It's imperative that we learn how to, just set that example, despite our flaws, so.
All right. So, hey, once again, hey, look, we coming to the conclusion of the show for the night, for the first episode. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Special thanks to Armando King for coming through. Y'all make sure y'all get with him, you know what I'm saying, on everything that he's doing. And definitely a special thanks to Don Snipes. It's my big brother, little cousin, big cousin. You know what I'm saying, for coming through, being a host, you know what I'm saying, laying it down with the powerful message as far as with forgiveness and everything, you know what I'm saying. And make sure, hey, look, every week I'll be here 9:00 with some of everybody. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. GAMG Podcast on YouTube, GAMG Podcast on Podcastic. Download StreamCastic if you haven't already. Also check it out on Fire TV, Apple TV, Android TV, and Roku TV. All right. And if you also like for the GAMG podcast to do any promotion of your business, get at me. Make sure that you cash app ready, a cash on hand, you know, it's like right here on my hand or whatever. For this month right here, January, just $50, you know, so we'll give a promotional shout out and stuff like that, and say even a flyer or so forth if you have it or whatever, as far as your business, and then also on all my social media. Okay, so that'd be Facebook, Instagram, and so forth. So you can email me at gamgpodcast7@gmail.com, or like I said, you can just DM me or at the GAMG podcast on Instagram. All right, and we will see y'all next week. Thanks again, everybody. Peace.
Peace.